Have you ever wondered why two traders using identical strategies can experience radically different outcomes? Brett Steenbarger, in his influential book Trading Psychology 2.0, powerfully demonstrates that the key difference often boils down not to technical skill, but to psychological mastery. Trading success hinges significantly on your mental state, how you process information, manage stress, and execute decisions under pressure. Steenbarger emphasizes clearly your psychology isn't merely supplementary to your trading approach, it's the cornerstone of consistent profitability. Trading at its core is performance based. It demands psychological skills akin to elite sports or high stakes competition. Yet, unlike athletes who train meticulously in both technique and mental conditioning, traders frequently neglect the psychological aspects of their profession. Steenbarger argues that without a mental trading edge, your technical abilities remain fragile, susceptible to emotional disruptions that sabotage profitable outcomes. Consider the scenarios you've encountered: entering trades impulsively, exiting prematurely, or stubbornly holding losing positions. These aren't technical errors, they're psychological lapses. Steenbarger points out that most traders mistakenly attribute their struggles to inadequate strategy or insufficient market analysis, overlooking the pivotal role of psychology. He insists you must recognize that your mental state profoundly influences every trading decision. Steenbarger introduces compelling evidence, detailing how emotional control directly impacts trading performance. For instance, traders often display exceptional technical skills during simulations or demo accounts, but falter dramatically under live market conditions. Why? Because real capital at risk intensifies psychological pressure, altering decision making significantly. Steenbarger clarifies vividly: mastering emotional pressures distinguishes profitable traders from perpetual strugglers. Comparatively, Steenbarger's insights align closely with those of Jared Tendler and Mark Douglas, both of whom emphasize psychological mastery as fundamental to trading success. Tendler stresses emotional recognition, while Douglas highlights disciplined psychological consistency. Steenbarger uniquely synthesizes these ideas, presenting actionable psychological upgrades specifically tailored for trading environments. One impressive passage from Steenbarger clearly illustrates this point. Your psychological patterns form the hidden code that drives your trading performance. Until you decode and optimize this internal programming, consistent profitability remains elusive. This powerful metaphor resonates deeply, highlighting the necessity of understanding and actively improving your psychological framework. Practically, Steenbarger advises you to begin with structured journaling. Document not only technical details, but emotional states and cognitive reactions. Identify emotional triggers, pinpoint psychological patterns, and establish clear benchmarks for psychological improvement. Steenbarger insists that systematic reflection significantly accelerates your psychological clarity, translating directly into improved trading outcomes. Moreover, Steenbarger encourages proactive psychological exercises, such as visualization techniques regularly employed by professional athletes. Visualize successful trades calmly, vividly experiencing disciplined decision making, precise risk management, and rational emotional control. Repeated visualization strengthens neural pathways, enhancing your real time psychological resilience dramatically. Additionally, Steenbarger strongly recommends incorporating psychological feedback loops into your daily practice. After each trading session, explicitly review not just your profits or losses, but your emotional control, decision clarity, and discipline adherence. This disciplined reflection transforms vague emotional awareness into actionable psychological growth, directly elevating your trading consistency. Reflect now. How much attention have you genuinely given your psychological trading edge compared to your technical skills? Steenbarger challenges you directly. Unless you prioritize psychological mastery deliberately, your technical knowledge alone remains insufficient. Commit immediately to enhancing your mental trading edge systematically. Imagine yourself trading confidently, calmly executing strategies, unaffected by emotional volatility. Picture your decision making clear, disciplined, and consistent, dramatically elevating profitability. Steenbarger assures this vision is achievable through deliberate, structured psychological practice. Ultimately, your psychological edge defines your trading trajectory profoundly. Prioritize psychological development deliberately. Start now. Steenbarger's message is direct, actionable, and transformative. Enhancing your psychological mastery permanently shifts your trading outcomes from inconsistent frustration to sustained profitability and professional excellence. Have you ever missed a perfect trading opportunity simply because anxiety or fear clouded your judgment at the crucial moment? Brett Steenbarger, in Trading Psychology 2.0, highlights the profound importance of emotional intelligence, your ability to recognize, understand, and manage your emotions to optimize trading performance. Steenbarger insists unequivocally, traders with high emotional intelligence consistently outperform their peers because they use emotional signals to enhance rather than derail their decisions. Think back to your most challenging trading moments. Were technical failures really the cause? Or was it uncontrolled emotional responses like fear, anger, greed, or anxiety that distorted your judgment? Steenbarger emphasizes that emotions aren't merely obstacles to overcome. They're essential signals indicating underlying psychological states. Ignoring them leaves you vulnerable, whereas understanding and leveraging them strategically provides a powerful competitive edge. Steenbarger vividly describes emotional intelligence as your trading compass. Emotional states, whether anxiety, frustration, excitement, or fear, provide critical information. For example, anxiety might indicate excessive risk, fear may signal inadequate preparation, and frustration often suggests unrealistic expectations. Rather than suppressing these signals, Steenbarger advises deliberately tuning into them, using your emotional intelligence strategically to navigate market uncertainty effectively. Consider one of Steenbarger's compelling examples. A trader named Alex, whose chronic anxiety consistently interfered with his entry timing, causing him to hesitate and miss prime setups. Initially, Alex viewed anxiety purely negatively, as something to be eliminated. But Steenbarger encouraged Alex to examine anxiety closely. Upon reflection, Alex realized anxiety reliably signaled a lack of confidence in his preparation or analysis. Rather than suppressing anxiety, Alex learned to use it constructively, improving preparation and decisiveness. Gradually, his anxiety diminished significantly, replaced by strategic confidence and improved trade execution. Comparatively, Steenbarger's approach aligns with Jared Tendler's teachings in The Mental Game of Trading, which similarly emphasizes emotional recognition and strategic management. Yet Steenbarger expands this concept deeper, presenting emotional intelligence as a dynamic feedback system integral to trading excellence. Rather than passively recognizing emotions, you actively leverage emotional signals to sharpen decision-making clarity and strategic insight. Practically, Steenbarger strongly advocates systematic emotional journaling as your primary tool for enhancing emotional intelligence. Clearly record your emotional states alongside trading decisions. Note anxiety triggers, greed responses, or anger episodes. Over time, patterns emerge vividly, clarifying precisely which emotions accompany profitable versus unprofitable decisions. Such clarity significantly enhances your psychological resilience, transforming vague emotional awareness into actionable strategic insight. Additionally, Steenbarger recommends targeted emotional rehearsals, deliberately simulating challenging emotional trading scenarios in advance. Mentally rehearse anxiety-inducing setups, vividly picturing yourself responding calmly, rationally, and decisively. Repeated rehearsals significantly strengthen psychological resilience, dramatically improving real-time emotional control. Steenbarger also advises structured reflection questions regularly integrated into your trading day. What emotional signals am I experiencing right now, and what do they indicate? This brief reflection significantly enhances emotional clarity, transforming impulsive reactions into disciplined strategic responses. Moreover, Steenbarger strongly emphasizes using emotional signals proactively, never passively. Anxiety might trigger immediate review of your risk parameters. Anger could prompt an assessment of unrealistic expectations. Greed might highlight the need for stricter profit-taking discipline. Each emotional state, strategically interpreted, dramatically enhances your trading clarity and profitability. Reflect now on your personal trading experience. Have you been using emotional intelligence proactively, or have emotional reactions consistently sabotaged your decisions? Steenbarger challenges you explicitly. Emotional intelligence isn't optional, it's mandatory for consistent trading excellence. Imagine trading sessions defined by calm confidence, strategic clarity, and decisive action, no longer dominated by erratic emotional swings. Picture yourself leveraging emotional signals deliberately, using anxiety, fear, or excitement proactively to sharpen decisions rather than sabotage them. Steenbarger assures this vision is achievable through structured emotional intelligence practices. Ultimately, emotional intelligence profoundly transforms your trading experience. Prioritize emotional mastery deliberately. Start immediately. Steenbarger's message is clear and actionable. Emotional intelligence elevates your trading dramatically, transforming emotional volatility into strategic clarity, disciplined execution, and sustained profitability. Have you noticed patterns in your trading behavior, like repeatedly exiting profitable trades prematurely or stubbornly holding losing positions far beyond reason? Brett Steenbarger in Trading Psychology 2.0 emphasizes strongly that your trading behaviors aren't random. They're deeply ingrained psychological patterns. Without actively identifying and transforming these destructive habits, profitable trading remains perpetually out of reach. Steenbarger clarifies vividly. Behavioral patterns are the hidden drivers of trading performance, either propelling consistent profitability or causing repeated failure. Behavioral patterns emerge subtly, often unnoticed, until they create consistent problems. Perhaps you've repeatedly found yourself closing winning trades too early. Fearful profits will evaporate. Maybe you regularly add to losing trades, hoping markets will reverse favorably. Steenbarger highlights these behaviors as clear psychological patterns driven by emotions like fear, greed, anxiety, or stubbornness. Until you explicitly recognize and actively reshape these patterns, trading consistency remains elusive. Reflect deeply now. Can you identify specific behavioral patterns sabotaging your trading? Steenbarger argues convincingly that most traders attribute their struggles solely to technical inadequacies, ignoring the critical psychological dimension. Behavioral patterns, deeply rooted psychologically, profoundly influence your trading outcomes, requiring intentional psychological intervention to transform. Steenbarger illustrates this clearly with a trader named Daniel, whose behavioral pattern of impulsively chasing volatile markets consistently eroded his capital. Initially, Daniel viewed this purely as poor discipline. Yet deeper reflection guided by Steenbarger revealed the true psychological driver was fear of missing profitable opportunities. Recognizing this underlying emotional pattern allowed Daniel to reshape his response strategically, replacing impulsive chasing with disciplined patience. Gradually, his trading consistency dramatically improved. Comparatively, Steenbarger's insights resonate with Mark Douglas's teachings, who famously highlighted trading errors as manifestations of psychological patterns rather than technical mistakes. Steenbarger extends this understanding significantly, emphasizing the necessity of explicitly identifying and strategically transforming behavioral habits through structured psychological techniques. Practically, Steenbarger strongly recommends systematic behavioral journaling as your primary transformation tool. Document explicitly your trading behaviors, entries, exits, risk management decisions, and accompanying emotional states. Clearly note repetitive patterns, analyzing underlying emotional triggers. Over time, journaling clarifies precisely which behaviors consistently sabotage profitability, guiding targeted psychological transformation. Additionally, Steenbarger encourages actively rehearsing transformed behavioral responses through structured visualization techniques. Clearly picture scenarios triggering destructive behaviors, exiting prematurely, adding to losing positions, then vividly imagine responding rationally, calmly, and strategically. Repeated visualization dramatically strengthens disciplined behavioral patterns, significantly enhancing your real-time trading execution. Moreover, Steenbarger emphasizes creating clear behavioral rules integrated explicitly into your trading plan. Establish precise guidelines governing entries, exits, risk management, and emotional responses. Commit deliberately to disciplined adherence regardless of emotional urges. Consistent practice gradually transforms disciplined behaviors into automatic habits, dramatically elevating your trading consistency. Steenbarger also strongly advocates structured reflection after each trading session, explicitly reviewing your adherence to behavioral rules. Rather than focusing solely on profits or losses, ask clearly, did I consistently follow my behavioral guidelines? Regularly reviewing and reinforcing disciplined behaviors significantly enhances psychological resilience, profoundly improving trading outcomes. Reflect now honestly on your trading journey. Have you been proactively identifying and reshaping destructive behavioral patterns, or passively allowing them to sabotage profitability? Steenbarger challenges you directly. Transforming behavioral patterns isn't optional. It's essential for sustainable trading success. Imagine clearly your trading future defined by disciplined, profitable behaviors, calmly executing rational strategies rather than impulsive emotional reactions. Picture yourself consistently managing entries, exits, and risks strategically, unshackled from repetitive, destructive habits. Steenbarger assures you vividly, this transformation is achievable through structured psychological intervention. Ultimately, behavioral pattern transformation dramatically elevates your trading consistency and profitability. Prioritize behavioral mastery deliberately. Start immediately. Steenbarger's message is powerful, actionable, and transformative. Identifying and reshaping your trading behaviors permanently shifts your results from inconsistent frustration into disciplined profitability and sustainable success. Have you ever felt completely prepared for a trading day, only to watch helplessly as the market moves unpredictably, rendering your strategy ineffective? Brett Steenbarger, in Trading Psychology 2.0, makes it clear that adaptability isn't just a desirable trait. It's an essential skill in the constantly evolving landscape of financial markets. Without psychological flexibility, your meticulously crafted plans crumble in the face of unexpected volatility, new market regimes, or rapidly changing sentiment. Steenbarger emphasizes repeatedly that successful traders aren't those who rigidly stick to static plans, but those who quickly and confidently adapt their psychology and strategy to evolving conditions. Adaptability begins with understanding that markets are inherently uncertain. You can't predict every market movement precisely, nor can you anticipate every event or news release. Steenbarger points out that traders who expect consistency and stability from inherently unstable markets inevitably struggle with frustration and emotional volatility. Instead, your psychological framework must accept uncertainty, embracing market fluctuations as opportunities rather than threats. Steenbarger illustrates this vividly through a trader named Laura, who initially excelled under calm, predictable market conditions. Yet when volatility surged, Laura's performance deteriorated dramatically, her rigid mindset incapable of handling rapid, unexpected shifts. Through structured reflection, Laura recognized clearly that her psychological inflexibility, rather than technical inadequacies, was the core problem. Actively training psychological adaptability through targeted exercises, Laura gradually transformed her reaction to uncertainty. Instead of anxiety and panic, unexpected market conditions became exciting opportunities for strategic innovation. Steenbarger provides practical psychological strategies explicitly designed to cultivate adaptability. First, he emphasizes the importance of scenario planning, systematically anticipating various market scenarios beyond your immediate expectations. Regularly visualize alternate market paths, sharply bullish, aggressively bearish, or unpredictably sideways, and clearly imagine how you'd strategically respond. Frequent scenario rehearsal dramatically enhances psychological preparedness, significantly reducing emotional volatility during unexpected market events. Additionally, Steenbarger recommends regularly challenging your trading assumptions explicitly, Ask yourself deliberately, what if my current market assumptions are completely wrong? Systematically stress testing your assumptions proactively prepares you psychologically for unexpected market shifts, transforming rigid expectations into adaptable flexibility. Steenbarger further advises structured journaling of adaptability experiences explicitly. After every trading session, deliberately review your psychological flexibility. Did I adapt effectively to unexpected market conditions today? Clearly document emotional responses and strategic adjustments, noting explicitly where rigidity impaired performance. Over time, journaling vividly highlights your psychological growth opportunities, guiding targeted adaptability improvements strategically. Moreover, Steenbarger strongly encourages intentional exposure to mildly uncomfortable scenarios, gradually increasing psychological resilience deliberately. Challenge yourself regularly by trading small positions under slightly unfamiliar conditions, perhaps trading minor size during volatile market opens or experimenting cautiously with new instruments or strategies. Gradual exposure systematically expands your psychological comfort zone, significantly enhancing adaptability under real-time market stress. Comparatively, Steenbarger's emphasis aligns closely with Mike Bellafiore's teachings in the Playbook, which similarly advocates structured scenario planning and psychological flexibility. Yet Steenbarger uniquely provides detailed psychological strategies explicitly targeting adaptability improvement, complementing Bellafiore's approach profoundly. Practically, Steenbarger highlights the importance of structured post-event reflection explicitly, regularly analyzing unexpected market shifts after the fact. Clearly identify which aspects surprised you, reviewing strategic responses explicitly. Repeated reflection significantly enhances pattern recognition, dramatically improving real-time adaptability during future unexpected events. Furthermore, Steenbarger strongly emphasizes integrating adaptability explicitly into your core psychological identity as a trader. Explicitly view yourself as adaptable, flexible, and psychologically resilient rather than rigid or static. Regular self-affirmations, deliberately reinforcing adaptability, significantly enhance psychological flexibility over time, profoundly elevating your trading resilience. Reflect now carefully. How effectively do you currently adapt to unexpected market conditions? Are you psychologically flexible, confidently navigating uncertainty, or rigidly bound to static expectations and strategies? Steenbarger challenges you clearly. Adaptability isn't optional, it's mandatory. Imagine yourself trading confidently under any market conditions, calmly, flexibly, and strategically adjusting to volatility, uncertainty, and rapid changes. Picture yourself deliberately leveraging unexpected market shifts as opportunities, not threats, dramatically enhancing your profitability. Steenbarger assures you powerfully, psychological adaptability is achievable through structured psychological practice. Ultimately, psychological flexibility dramatically transforms your trading resilience, elevating performance consistently regardless of market conditions. Prioritize adaptability deliberately. Start immediately. Steenbarger's message is actionable, urgent, and transformative. Adaptability profoundly impacts your trading longevity, resilience, and profitability. Your trading success demands it. Start cultivating psychological adaptability today, permanently shifting your trading from rigid expectations into strategic, disciplined flexibility, ensuring sustainable trading success in perpetually uncertain markets. Imagine the trading day beginning, your screens lighting up with fluctuating prices, and as you prepare to place your first trade, doubt suddenly clouds your mind. Has previous success felt more like luck than skill, causing anxiety about replicating past performance? Brett Steenbarger in Trading Psychology 2.0 reveals precisely why many traders struggle with inconsistent confidence levels, oscillating between anxious hesitation and reckless overconfidence. Steenbarger underscores repeatedly that authentic trading confidence isn't built solely on short-term wins or fleeting optimism. Rather, true confidence emerges from disciplined practice, systematic reflection, and psychological mastery. Traders often mistakenly equate temporary trading success with genuine confidence, but Steenbarger warns explicitly against this trap. Short-term results can deceive you, creating unstable emotional states, euphoria after wins, despair following losses, that undermine consistent profitability. Instead, Steenbarger emphasizes cultivating genuine confidence grounded firmly in disciplined execution, rigorous preparation, and psychological clarity. Consider this realistically. Have you ever experienced intense confidence after profitable sessions, only to see it vanish quickly when markets turned volatile or unpredictable? Steenbarger vividly illustrates through the case of a trader named Mark, who initially thrived following substantial early wins. Mark felt invincible, rapidly increasing his trading size and frequency. Yet inevitably, when volatility spiked unexpectedly, Mark's inflated confidence collapsed spectacularly, replaced by crippling anxiety and hesitation. Reflecting deeply afterward, Mark realized his confidence was fragile, built entirely on temporary outcomes rather than disciplined methodology. Through systematic reflection, guided by Steenbarger's principles, Mark deliberately reshaped his psychological framework. He cultivated authentic confidence, explicitly rooted in disciplined execution, rigorous risk management, and structured preparation rather than short-term wins. Gradually, Mark's trading consistency dramatically improved, unaffected by short-term fluctuations. Practically, Steenbarger provides actionable psychological techniques explicitly designed to cultivate authentic trading confidence. First, he emphasizes structured journaling practices regularly. Clearly document disciplined execution, risk management adherence, and emotional control explicitly, regardless of trade outcomes. Over time, consistent journaling vividly demonstrates your disciplined trading habits objectively, significantly enhancing genuine confidence independent of short-term results. Additionally, Steenbarger strongly advocates deliberately setting realistic performance benchmarks explicitly unrelated to immediate profits. Rather than obsessing over daily gains or losses, define clear behavioral benchmarks, adhering strictly to disciplined entry and exit rules, rigorously following risk management guidelines, and consistently maintaining emotional composure. Regularly achieving behavioral benchmarks dramatically enhances authentic confidence, systematically, profoundly elevating your psychological stability during volatile market conditions. Steenbarger further emphasizes actively rehearsing confident psychological states explicitly through visualization techniques. Regularly visualize yourself calmly executing disciplined trades, vividly experiencing emotional composure, clear decision-making, and disciplined risk management explicitly. Repeated visualization significantly strengthens neural pathways associated explicitly with authentic trading confidence, dramatically enhancing real-time psychological resilience during challenging market scenarios. Comparatively, Steenbarger's confidence-building approach aligns closely with Jared Tendler's teachings, who similarly emphasizes disciplined execution rather than outcome dependence. Steenbarger complements Tendler's strategies profoundly, providing structured psychological practices explicitly designed to cultivate genuine trading confidence deliberately. Practically, Steenbarger highlights the importance of regular structured reflection explicitly after every trading session. Rather than reviewing only profits or losses, systematically evaluate disciplined behaviors explicitly, adherence to entry rules, exit discipline, risk management consistency, and emotional composure. Consistent reflection significantly reinforces disciplined trading habits explicitly, dramatically enhancing authentic confidence regardless of short-term market outcomes. Moreover, Steenbarger strongly encourages psychological reframing explicitly, shifting your definition of trading success deliberately away from short-term profits explicitly toward disciplined behavioral execution. Consciously remind yourself regularly that genuine trading success explicitly means disciplined adherence to structured methods rather than immediate financial outcomes. Explicitly reframing success significantly enhances psychological stability, deliberately, profoundly improving authentic confidence systematically. Additionally, Steenbarger strongly advises deliberately limiting exposure to volatile emotional fluctuations explicitly triggered by short-term outcomes. Intentionally reduce frequent profit loss checking explicitly, deliberately focusing instead on disciplined execution explicitly. Deliberately minimizing emotional volatility significantly stabilizes psychological states explicitly, dramatically enhancing authentic confidence deliberately. Reflect carefully now. Have you genuinely built trading confidence deliberately on disciplined execution explicitly? Or has temporary optimism mistakenly deceived you explicitly into false confidence states? Steenbarger challenges you explicitly. Cultivating authentic trading confidence explicitly isn't optional, it's mandatory deliberately. Imagine clearly trading sessions explicitly defined explicitly by calm emotional composure, disciplined execution explicitly, and genuine psychological stability deliberately, unaffected explicitly by short-term volatility. Picture yourself explicitly maintaining consistent disciplined trading habits explicitly, confidently executing strategic decisions deliberately, dramatically enhancing profitability explicitly. Steenbarger assures vividly that authentic confidence explicitly is achievable through structured psychological practices deliberately. Ultimately, authentic trading confidence explicitly transforms your trading experience profoundly, dramatically elevating profitability deliberately, psychological stability explicitly, and long-term market resilience explicitly. Prioritize cultivating genuine confidence explicitly. Start immediately. Steenbarger's message explicitly is actionable, direct, and transformative deliberately. Authentic trading confidence explicitly profoundly impacts your psychological stability explicitly. Disciplined execution explicitly, and consistent profitability explicitly. Your trading success explicitly demands it. Start cultivating authentic confidence explicitly today, permanently shifting trading outcomes explicitly from inconsistent frustration explicitly into disciplined, deliberate profitability explicitly, sustained consistently across evolving market conditions explicitly. Have you ever sat down at your trading station, confident and prepared, only to find yourself distracted moments later by a news flash, a sudden market spike, or even your own racing thoughts? Brett Steenbarger in Trading Psychology 2.0 emphasizes clearly and repeatedly that sustained focus and mindfulness aren't just beneficial, they're fundamental to consistent profitability. Steenbarger argues persuasively that trading isn't merely about technical mastery. It's equally about mastering your mind, maintaining focus amid distractions, and calmly executing your plan in turbulent markets. The market environment bombards you with countless stimuli, flashing price quotes, rapidly shifting charts, breaking news alerts, and sudden volatility. Without mindfulness, your attention fragments, decision-making deteriorates, and emotional control weakens. Steenbarger explicitly underscores the necessity of training your mind to remain centered, alert, and fully engaged with your trading process. Mindfulness is more than simple relaxation. It's strategic, focused awareness that profoundly enhances your decision-making clarity under market stress. Reflect deeply on your trading routine. How often do distractions, notifications, irrelevant thoughts, emotional reactions interrupt your workflow? Steenbarger illustrates vividly through the story of Sarah, a talented but inconsistent trader who struggled immensely with distraction. Despite strong analytical skills and detailed planning, Sarah's performance suffered due to fragmented attention. Minor disruptions frequently caused her to miss critical market signals or enter impulsive trades. Steenbarger encouraged Sarah to implement systematic mindfulness techniques, deliberately training her mind for sustained focus. Gradually, Sarah experienced profound improvements, achieving consistent profitability and greater emotional control through disciplined mindfulness practice. Practically, Steenbarger advocates structured mindfulness routines explicitly integrated into your daily trading practice. Begin each trading session deliberately with short mindfulness exercises, simple breathing techniques, brief meditation, or targeted visualization to anchor your attention firmly. Repeated daily mindfulness practices significantly strengthen your psychological resilience, enabling sustained concentration throughout the trading day. Additionally, Steenbarger recommends frequent, brief mindfulness checkpoints explicitly scheduled throughout your trading session. Every hour, Pause deliberately for a brief moment of structured mindfulness, consciously refocusing your attention, calming emotional volatility, and reinforcing disciplined execution. Regularly integrated mindfulness checkpoints dramatically enhance sustained psychological clarity and focus, significantly improving real-time trading performance. Steenbarger also emphasizes the crucial importance of deliberately designing a distraction-free trading environment. Minimize interruptions explicitly. Silence non-essential notifications. Restrict unnecessary internet browsing, and establish clear boundaries around your workspace. Creating a focused environment profoundly improves your psychological resilience, dramatically enhancing sustained attention and disciplined execution. Structured journaling is another powerful mindfulness practice Steenbarger recommends strongly. After each trading session, deliberately reflect explicitly on your level of focus, attention management, and emotional composure. Document precisely when distractions occurred, what triggered them, and how you managed or failed to manage your attention. Regular structured journaling provides invaluable insights, clarifying specific focus challenges and guiding targeted mindfulness improvements. Steenbarger also highlights cognitive rehearsal techniques explicitly to enhance mindfulness. Deliberately visualize challenging trading scenarios in advance, clearly imagining yourself maintaining disciplined focus and calm execution despite distractions or volatility. Regular visualization explicitly trains your mind, dramatically enhancing real-time psychological control during actual trading scenarios. Comparatively, Steenbarger's mindfulness techniques align closely with practices advocated by leading trading psychologists like Jared Tendler, who similarly emphasizes emotional clarity and structured attention management. However, Steenbarger uniquely integrates these mindfulness strategies explicitly into daily trading practice, providing concrete psychological routines tailored specifically to traders. Reflect clearly now. How effectively are you managing your trading focus? Are distractions frequently sabotaging your disciplined execution? Steenbarger challenges you directly and explicitly. Trading without structured mindfulness leaves your psychological resilience dangerously fragile, vulnerable to market distractions, emotional volatility, and impulsive decision-making. Imagine your trading sessions now, calm, clear, consistently disciplined. Picture yourself maintaining unwavering attention despite volatility, calmly executing strategic decisions without emotional disruptions. Steenbarger assures you explicitly and vividly, achieving sustained focus through structured mindfulness practices is not only possible but essential. Ultimately, cultivating disciplined mindfulness transforms your trading dramatically, ensuring sustained profitability, emotional stability, and strategic clarity under continuous market pressure. Prioritize mindfulness deliberately. Start immediately. Steenbarger's message is clear, actionable, and transformative. Sustained focus and disciplined mindfulness profoundly elevate your trading resilience and profitability. Commit today. Your trading success demands it. Have you ever experienced a severe trading loss that left you emotionally paralyzed, reluctant to place your next trade, haunted by fear and self-doubt? Brett Steenbarger in Trading Psychology 2.0 clearly addresses this common yet debilitating scenario, emphasizing explicitly that overcoming setbacks is not simply about recovery. It's about leveraging these experiences for powerful psychological growth. Steenbarger forcefully argues that every trading setback carries hidden opportunities, and your success hinges on your ability to transform emotional and financial pain into lasting lessons and strategic improvement. Setbacks in trading aren't rare anomalies, they're inevitable occurrences. Markets are inherently uncertain, losses unavoidable. Yet many traders respond destructively to setbacks, spiraling into emotional turmoil, self-blame, and paralysis. Steenbarger vividly illustrates that how you interpret and respond to setbacks profoundly impacts your trading longevity. Setbacks can either destroy confidence or become catalysts for deeper psychological resilience, disciplined refinement, and enhanced trading performance. Steenbarger demonstrates this vividly through the experience of Michael, a skilled trader who faced significant losses during an unexpected market crash. Initially, Michael reacted emotionally: anger, frustration, fear of repeating errors, leading to hesitant, defensive trading. Steenbarger guided Michael towards structured reflection, explicitly reframing the setback as a profound learning opportunity rather than a personal failure. By deliberately extracting clear lessons, Michael gradually rebuilt psychological resilience, transforming a damaging loss into disciplined growth and improved performance. Practically, Steenbarger recommends structured journaling explicitly focused on setbacks. Immediately following a severe loss, systematically document the event. What happened technically, emotionally, and behaviorally? Explicitly identify emotional reactions, behavioral mistakes, and underlying psychological triggers. Over time, structured journaling transforms vague emotional turmoil into actionable psychological insights, clearly highlighting precise areas for disciplined improvement. Additionally, Steenbarger strongly advises explicit cognitive reframing after setbacks. Instead of interpreting setbacks emotionally as personal failures, evidence of incompetence, or permanent setbacks, deliberately reframe them objectively as invaluable feedback about your strategy, risk management, or emotional discipline. Structured reframing deliberately shifts psychological perspectives, dramatically reducing emotional volatility and enhancing disciplined recovery. Steenbarger further emphasizes structured reflection practices explicitly after setbacks. Regularly ask yourself targeted questions explicitly. What specific lessons can I clearly extract from this setback? How can I systematically use these insights explicitly to improve future trading decisions deliberately? Repeated structured reflection significantly enhances your psychological resilience deliberately, transforming emotional reactions explicitly into disciplined strategic growth. Moreover, Steenbarger strongly recommends controlled, gradual trading exposure explicitly after severe setbacks. Deliberately return to trading incrementally, systematically reducing position sizes explicitly, deliberately managing emotional volatility explicitly, and explicitly rebuilding psychological confidence systematically. Controlled exposure significantly enhances psychological recovery explicitly, dramatically improving disciplined execution deliberately, gradually restoring consistent profitability explicitly. Steenbarger also highlights structured visualization explicitly as a powerful recovery tool. Deliberately visualize yourself explicitly, responding calmly explicitly, rationally explicitly, and strategically explicitly after setbacks explicitly. Regular visualization explicitly trains your mind explicitly, deliberately enhancing psychological resilience explicitly, significantly improving disciplined recovery explicitly, and emotional stability explicitly during actual trading scenarios explicitly. Comparatively, Steenbarger's approach explicitly aligns with trading psychologist Mark Douglas explicitly, who similarly emphasizes disciplined emotional recovery explicitly and structured learning explicitly from setbacks explicitly. Yet Steenbarger uniquely provides structured psychological routines explicitly tailored deliberately to help traders systematically transform setbacks explicitly into strategic growth explicitly, profoundly complementing Douglas's insights explicitly. Reflect honestly now. How effectively do you explicitly respond to trading setbacks explicitly? Have setbacks explicitly consistently undermined your emotional stability explicitly, disciplined execution explicitly, and trading confidence explicitly? Or have you systematically transformed these challenges explicitly into disciplined psychological growth explicitly? Steenbarger challenges you explicitly. Disciplined setback recovery explicitly isn't optional. It's mandatory explicitly for sustained trading profitability explicitly and psychological resilience explicitly. Imagine clearly your trading future explicitly defined explicitly by disciplined resilience explicitly, calm emotional composure explicitly, and consistent profitability explicitly, unaffected explicitly by setbacks explicitly or short-term losses explicitly. Picture yourself explicitly systematically leveraging setbacks, explicitly deliberately, as disciplined growth opportunities. Explicitly, strategically transforming emotional volatility explicitly into sustained psychological clarity, explicitly, and disciplined execution explicitly, deliberately. Steenbarger vividly assures explicitly. Disciplined recovery explicitly from setbacks, explicitly dramatically enhances psychological resilience, explicitly, emotional stability explicitly, and sustained trading profitability explicitly. Ultimately, transforming setbacks explicitly profoundly elevates your trading success explicitly, psychological stability explicitly, and disciplined execution explicitly deliberately. Prioritize disciplined setback recovery explicitly. Start immediately. Steenbarger's message explicitly is clear explicitly, actionable explicitly, and transformative explicitly. Explicitly overcoming setbacks explicitly profoundly impacts your psychological stability explicitly. Disciplined execution explicitly, and consistent profitability explicitly deliberately. Your trading success explicitly demands it explicitly. Start deliberately leveraging setbacks explicitly today, explicitly, permanently shifting trading outcomes explicitly from emotional volatility, explicitly, into disciplined psychological resilience, explicitly, sustained consistently, explicitly across evolving market conditions, explicitly, deliberately. Have you ever noticed that your best trading days often share common elements? Perhaps a consistent morning routine, clear emotional focus, or disciplined review of your trading strategy. Brett Steenbarger in Trading Psychology 2.0 emphasizes explicitly that sustainable success in trading doesn't arise from random bursts of inspiration or short-lived discipline. Rather, it emerges systematically from carefully designed, structured performance routines that consistently reinforce psychological clarity, emotional balance, and disciplined execution. Many traders make the mistake of relying solely on sporadic motivation or transient enthusiasm. You might occasionally experience bursts of disciplined trading, only to quickly revert back to erratic, impulsive behaviors when motivation fades or emotional pressure increases. Steenbarger explicitly warns that without deliberate performance routines, consistent profitability remains elusive. It's essential to recognize explicitly that long-term trading excellence requires disciplined psychological processes maintained consistently, day after day. Consider the example Steenbarger provides of a trader named Andrew, whose erratic trading outcomes initially baffled him. Andrew possessed solid technical skills and extensive market knowledge, yet his performance fluctuated dramatically due to inconsistent psychological practices. Some days, Andrew meticulously planned his trades, executed with disciplined emotional control, and ended profitably. Other days, impulsive decisions, emotional distractions, and lack of structured preparation undermined his performance severely. Through guided reflection, Steenbarger explicitly helped Andrew recognize the critical role performance routines played in maintaining consistent results. By deliberately crafting structured daily habits, morning preparation rituals, midday mindfulness breaks, and end-of-day reflective journaling, Andrew's trading dramatically improved, achieving sustainable profitability and emotional resilience. Practically, Steenbarger explicitly advocates beginning your trading day deliberately with structured morning routines. These routines aren't arbitrary, but precisely crafted to anchor psychological clarity and disciplined focus. Clearly define explicit morning steps, reviewing your trading plan carefully, visualizing disciplined execution explicitly, engaging in brief mindfulness exercises deliberately to systematically prepare your mind. Regular morning routines significantly enhance your psychological resilience, dramatically reducing impulsivity and emotional volatility. Additionally, Steenbarger strongly recommends integrating structured checklists explicitly into your trading day. These checklists explicitly outline clear behavioral benchmarks, rules for entering trades, guidelines for exits, disciplined risk management, and emotional control protocols. Reviewing these structured checklists deliberately before, during, and after trading explicitly reinforces disciplined trading behaviors, significantly enhancing your consistency and profitability. Moreover, Steenbarger emphasizes explicitly scheduling regular midday routines designed deliberately to reinforce psychological clarity amid market stress. Instead of trading continuously without breaks, intentionally pause for brief periods explicitly to recalibrate your emotional state. Deliberate midday mindfulness routines, focused breathing exercises, structured emotional checks, brief visualization practices significantly renew your psychological energy, dramatically improving sustained trading discipline. Steenbarger further stresses structured end-of-day reflection routines explicitly as critical psychological tools. Deliberately reserve time explicitly after each trading session to explicitly evaluate your performance, not merely financially, but psychologically and behaviorally. Reflect deliberately. Did I maintain disciplined focus throughout the day? Were my trades executed according to my defined plan explicitly? Did emotional volatility negatively impact my decisions explicitly? Regular structured reflection provides invaluable feedback explicitly, clearly highlighting discipline practices to reinforce and emotional behaviors to adjust deliberately. Comparatively, Steenbarger's structured routine approach aligns strongly with Mike Bellafiore's teachings in the Playbook, where Bellafiore explicitly emphasizes rigorous daily preparation and detailed trade journaling. Steenbarger enhances this by clearly outlining psychological practices explicitly designed to sustain emotional stability and disciplined execution deliberately. Steenbarger also explicitly highlights the importance of structured performance visualization routines. Regularly visualizing successful trading scenarios deliberately, vividly imagining calm emotional control explicitly, disciplined decision-making explicitly, and precise risk management significantly strengthens psychological pathways explicitly, dramatically enhancing your real-time execution under market pressure explicitly. Reflect clearly now on your own trading habits. Are your trading routines deliberately structured, explicitly crafted to reinforce psychological discipline? Or are you relying solely on inconsistent motivation and emotional reactions explicitly? Steenbarger challenges you directly. Structured performance routines explicitly aren't optional. They are mandatory deliberately for consistent trading success explicitly. Imagine clearly a future where your trading day consistently begins deliberately with structured preparation explicitly, where midday mindfulness breaks explicitly reinforce psychological clarity, and disciplined end-of-day reflection explicitly systematically guides continuous improvement explicitly. Picture yourself executing trades consistently, calmly, and confidently, every day explicitly, regardless of market conditions explicitly. Steenbarger vividly assures explicitly that this structured routine-based discipline explicitly isn't merely theoretical explicitly, it's practically achievable explicitly, profoundly transformative explicitly, and directly linked explicitly to sustained trading profitability explicitly. Prioritize structured performance routines explicitly. Start immediately. Steenbarger's message explicitly is actionable explicitly, powerful explicitly, and transformative explicitly. Deliberate, structured routines profoundly impact your trading discipline explicitly, emotional stability explicitly, and sustained profitability explicitly. Your long-term success explicitly demands explicitly disciplined daily routines explicitly. Begin crafting your performance habits explicitly today, explicitly. Have you ever noticed how your thinking can become clouded when the market pressure intensifies, leading to poor decisions or paralysis? Brett Steenbarger, in Trading Psychology 2.0, highlights the vital role cognitive techniques play in sharpening your analytical thinking, especially when the stakes are high and stress levels soar. He argues that cultivating deliberate cognitive strategies enables you to process complex market information clearly, filter out noise, and maintain disciplined, rational decision-making even under intense pressure. Cognitive overload is a common pitfall for traders. When faced with rapid price movements, conflicting signals, or unexpected news, your brain may become overwhelmed, triggering emotional reactions and impulsive choices. Steenbarger points out that without deliberate cognitive training, these situations can degrade your judgment and lead to costly mistakes. Instead, cognitive techniques serve as mental tools, helping you organize information effectively, maintain focus, and think critically. Consider your own experiences during volatile trading sessions. Have you felt rushed or mentally fatigued, struggling to interpret data quickly? Steenbarger illustrates this with the story of Emily, a trader who frequently became paralyzed by information overload. By incorporating cognitive exercises, such as chunking information into manageable segments and using mental models to categorize data, Emily improved her processing speed and clarity, resulting in more decisive and disciplined trading. Practically, Steenbarger advocates several cognitive strategies. First, he recommends mental rehearsal, where you simulate complex market scenarios mentally to prepare your brain for rapid information processing. Second, he suggests the use of heuristics, simplified rules or guidelines, to quickly evaluate trade setups without getting bogged down in unnecessary details. Third, mindfulness practices complement cognitive techniques by reducing mental clutter and enhancing focus. Steenbarger also stresses the importance of metacognition, the ability to think about your thinking. By developing awareness of your cognitive processes, you can identify when stress or bias impairs judgment and consciously adjust your approach. Keeping a cognitive journal to track thought patterns and decision-making processes after trading sessions helps foster this awareness and supports ongoing improvement. Comparing Steenbarger's insights to those of other trading psychologists, such as Mark Douglas and Jared Tendler, reveals a shared emphasis on mental discipline, but a unique focus on cognitive sharpening. While Douglas highlights emotional discipline and Tendler emphasizes emotional recognition, Steenbarger focuses on enhancing your brain's capacity to analyze and respond effectively in real-time trading environments. Reflect now. How often do you deliberately train your cognitive skills for trading? Are you equipped with mental tools to manage complexity and stress effectively? Steenbarger challenges you to integrate cognitive techniques into your trading routine proactively. Imagine trading with a clear, focused mind that swiftly processes market data, filters distractions, and makes rational decisions even in the most turbulent conditions. This cognitive clarity transforms hesitation into confident action and chaos into order. Ultimately, mastering cognitive techniques elevates your trading performance by enhancing mental clarity, improving decision speed, and maintaining composure under pressure. Prioritize developing these skills as an essential complement to your technical and emotional trading toolkit. Imagine standing at the threshold of your trading journey's next phase, realizing that all the lessons learned, the skills developed, and the emotional battles fought are merely the foundation, not the destination. Brett Steenbarger, in Trading Psychology 2.0, stresses that sustainable success in trading isn't the result of a single breakthrough or a fixed set of habits, but the product of continuous, deliberate psychological development. This growth is a lifelong commitment, an evolving process of self-awareness, adaptation, and refinement that you must embrace to remain competitive and profitable in the ever-changing markets. Trading psychology is not a destination. It is a journey that demands your ongoing dedication. Markets are dynamic, shifting in ways that defy prediction. New economic policies, geopolitical events, or technological disruptions can dramatically alter market behavior overnight. Steenbarger emphasizes that traders who cling to static mindsets or outdated psychological strategies become vulnerable to these shifts. Complacency in your mental game is as dangerous as neglecting your technical skills. He points out, through numerous case studies and personal experiences, that psychological stagnation leads to a gradual erosion of discipline, emotional resilience, and ultimately profitability. Conversely, traders who actively cultivate their mental skills through reflection, feedback, and adaptation thrive amidst volatility and uncertainty. Consider your own trading history. Have you paused recently to evaluate not only your technical strategy, but the evolution of your mindset? How often do you review your emotional responses to trades, your cognitive biases, or your behavioral habits? Steenbarger argues that too many traders fixate on improving charts, indicators, or entry techniques while neglecting the internal work that sustains consistent execution. This internal work is subtle and challenging. It involves confronting uncomfortable truths about your psychological limitations, biases, and vulnerabilities. But it is also profoundly empowering because it transforms weaknesses into strengths. Steenbarger's framework for continuous psychological development begins with maintaining a structured psychological journal. This journal is not merely a log of trades or market conditions, but a comprehensive record of your evolving thoughts, emotions, and decision making patterns. By documenting your internal landscape alongside your external results, you create a rich database for self analysis and growth. You begin to notice patterns, how stress impacts your judgment when overconfidence creeps in, or how fatigue undermines focus. This awareness is the first step toward meaningful change. In addition to journaling, Steenbarger recommends scheduling regular mindset reviews, weekly, monthly, or quarterly, dedicated sessions where you step back from day-to-day trading to assess your psychological progress. During these reviews, you evaluate which mental habits have improved and which require further attention. You ask yourself penetrating questions. Are you maintaining emotional composure under pressure? Is your confidence based on disciplined execution rather than recent wins? How effectively are you managing setbacks and adapting to new challenges? This disciplined self-assessment keeps your psychological growth intentional and targeted. Seeking external perspectives is another cornerstone of Steenbarger's approach. Whether through mentorship, coaching, or peer feedback, outside viewpoints illuminate blind spots you might miss on your own. Coaches trained in trading psychology can challenge your assumptions, provide objective evaluations, and suggest tailored interventions to accelerate your development. Steenbarger illustrates how even elite traders benefit from ongoing coaching because psychological growth is often nonlinear and fraught with hidden barriers that require expert guidance to overcome. Moreover, Steenbarger stresses the importance of setting evolving psychological goals. Just as technical traders refine their entry and exit strategies, you must continually recalibrate your mental objectives. Early goals might focus on emotional control or managing impulsivity. As you progress, you might set targets for enhancing cognitive flexibility, improving focus, or strengthening resilience. These goals keep your psychological training dynamic, preventing stagnation and promoting lifelong growth. Integrating new psychological techniques over time is equally vital. Steenbarger encourages traders to explore mindfulness meditation, cognitive behavioral strategies, visualization exercises, and biofeedback tools. These methods diversify your mental toolkit and help you respond flexibly to different market conditions and emotional states. By regularly experimenting and adapting, you maintain a robust psychological foundation that supports sustained excellence. Steenbarger's insights harmonize with the teachings of other trading psychologists like Mark Douglas and Jared Tendler, yet he uniquely synthesizes these perspectives into a practical, comprehensive framework for continuous growth. While Douglas emphasizes belief systems and Tendler focuses on emotional mastery, Steenbarger combines these themes with cognitive and behavioral strategies, offering a holistic roadmap for evolving your mental game alongside your technical skills. Now, picture your trading future as a path of continuous self-improvement, where every challenge and setback becomes an opportunity to deepen your psychological insight and resilience. Envision yourself embracing change, constantly refining your mindset to meet new market realities. This evolving mindset transforms trading from a source of stress and uncertainty into a rewarding journey of mastery and personal growth. Ultimately, continuous psychological development is the linchpin of sustainable trading success. It enables you to maintain discipline amid chaos, adapt quickly to shifting market environments, and recover gracefully from losses. It fosters emotional stability that buffers against burnout and impulsive mistakes. And it nurtures confidence grounded in consistent process, not fleeting outcomes. Steenbarger's call to action is unequivocal. Commit to this lifelong journey of mental growth. Prioritize psychological training with the same rigor you apply to technical analysis. Build habits of reflection, seek feedback, set evolving goals, and remain curious about your inner landscape. Embrace discomfort and challenge as catalysts for growth rather than threats to your ego. By integrating these principles into your daily practice, you transform your trading from a series of isolated successes and failures into a coherent, evolving story of mastery. You become not just a better trader, but a resilient, self-aware individual capable of thriving in the face of uncertainty. Remember, your greatest trading asset is your mind. Nurture it continuously. Your trading future, profitability, and well-being depend on it.